Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Felipe, and now we're going to discuss about an important topic, and this is about the English exam. So the first one is I'm going to talk about the CAT. It means the K in Cambridge exam. So what is the purpose of this Cambridge exam? The main purpose is that you can demonstrate those basic knowledges, of course, in English. The thing is, what kind of people can take exact? So do this exercise or do this test if you think you have started well this kind of knowledges, and of course you have a basic knowledge in the writing, reading, and of course speaking sections. Let's see other questions. So for example, the first one is, what is the main goal of the exam? The main goal of the exam is that he needs to know, or it's better say to certify that you have started the process very well and in a very well correctly form. And let's talk about the another one. The another question is, what are the most significant characteristics of the exam? Well, the most significant characteristics are, well, when we are talking about the CAT. The CAT is a special exam that it could be possible just in schools or even just for other kinds of people. You can make it just whatever situation. And the other one is, for example, the CAT. The kit can help you to have lots of knowledges in A2, okay, and it is the easiest English, or it's better say it is the easiest exam in the Cambridge exam. And what skills are evaluated for the exam? So these sections are like this. So for example, we are talking about the speaking, the reading, the writing, and the listening, and each count with around 25% in all these kind of processes if you're going to present these kind of exams. Let's talk about other kind of sections. So the section that we are going to discuss for about is that the reading and writing section. So this reading and writing section, they have approximately 56 questions. So it means that it's going to have under 50% in all these exams. So what are the principal things we are going to see? We are going to carry out on this kind of section. So the first one is that, well, it could be possible we are going to find science and short tests. For example, conversation or long tests with multiple choice. And another one is, for example, filling the forms, filling the gaps, or something like that. So that's approximately what we're going to see in that kind of text for when we are doing that kind of exam. Okay, and now let's talk about other kind of section. And this section is gonna be about the listening. In the listening, well, the listening is 25% words, and there are around 25 questions. So, for example, in this kind of listening, for example, one of the most important things I can highlight is that, well, you can hear it twice. So it is something that, well, is something that people can take advantage of, right? So in this kind of ones, the listening has around 5 parts, okay, and these parts are, for example, like multiple choice, like pictures with multiple choice. Also, we got some longer conversation, and the last one that is also important is that, well, it is about feeling afford. That's the only one we can find in the listening section. Let's talk about another important section, and this section is about the speaking. The speaking section is 25% words. It doesn't have lots of time in order to take out. For example, the normal times they're around 8 to 10 minutes for doing that kind of text. And what are we gonna do in the speaking section? In the speaking section, is normally you can have another conversation with some candidates, of course, some examiners. Well, there are 2 examiners. One of them is going to speak with you, and the other one is going to be there. Okay, it's going to be there, of course, examining the test like that. Well, in this kind of text, we have around 2 sections. In the first sections, we are going to have that. Well, we have short questions with answers. In another section, the examiner is going to give us some information so that we can offer about some special topics, like actual topic, for example, whatever kind of information. But we need to speak whatever kind of information they can give it to us. Okay. And finally, you will receive a statement of the results, for example, from B1 to A1. If you graduate or you are certificated with B1, of course, you're going to be passed with merits, okay, with merits like that. If you pass like A2, maybe it's possible they're going to have some merits with you, but if you pass with A2, you won't have any kind of merits, okay, so that's the real problem. But we can certificate just from B1 to A1. Okay, so that was all for today. It was a real pleasure to have a real conversation about this kind of sketch that is about the CAT Cambridge exam. Thank you so much.